Well, good afternoon. It is Wednesday. It's time for Back to Work Wednesdays virtual job fair presented by our friends at Texoma Medical Center. Good afternoon. Hopefully you're doing well here on this fine Wednesday. I love this segment because we get to talk to great employers around here in the area and find out what job openings are going on specifically in our area because people are ready to get back to work. First United is who we're spending time with today. Spending life wisely. Let's bring in Greg Carter. Greg, how are you doing, sir?
Alan, doing good. Thank you so much for having us on today.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, First United Bank, you guys are growing so fast. You guys are just, the momentum is just fantastic with you guys. Can you tell us about that?
Definitely. I tell you what, I've been here almost 7 years. In that time frame, we've gone from 2.5 to 11 billion in asset size. 2020 was a year where we continued to grow, grew by 26% in asset size and 36% in our loan portfolio. So I will tell you, coming into this year, we were definitely hiring. Good to be here on this Back to Work Wednesday. But definitely our growth has been tremendous, and we're going to keep moving down that track. We're an $11 billion asset size organization that's based in Durant, Oklahoma, but have 85 locations throughout Texas and Oklahoma.
Wow, that's pretty amazing stuff. So you've seen a lot of growth in the area. You've been there 7 years, so congratulations going out to you and your team there. So, Greg, let's chat about all these different jobs that you got coming up. We'll take a look at our first slide here. So, a credit analyst, can you walk us through each one of these, Greg?
Sure, definitely. We've got community banking teams in every region that we're in and across Oklahoma and Texas and a lot of places. But right now in Durant, we're hiring for a credit analyst 1 and a credit analyst 2. What that really means, Alan, is we've got these individuals that support our commercial lenders and our commercial banking teams, and they're doing cash flow analysis. They're doing working with borrowers, working with the commercial loan officers, spreading the financials, and really looking at the financial piece and the analytical piece of the lending portion of commercial loans. So backgrounds in this arena, or an accounting degree, a finance degree, or someone interested in an analytical role, at least for today, those roles can grow into different career paths, including commercial lending. So definitely looking for a couple individuals here. A credit analyst 1 doesn't need much experience in that world, but a credit analyst 2, we'd like to see a couple of years of experience. And so right there in our home headquarters in Durant.
Very, very nice. And you actually answered my question for me. I was going to ask you what kind of experience you needed, but you get that's why you guys are growing what you are, because you guys know what you're doing. Let's go to our next slide. Let's take a look at those jobs.
Awesome. Yeah. So again, in Durant, we have a corporate headquarters there that is just being remodeled. Beautiful location. And we actually have several opportunities we're going to talk through today. But part of that is we just built a new cafe, restructured in there, hired a chef. So the positions I want to be clear that we're going to talk about today is, you've got an on-site facility, workout facility. You've got a chef there that prepares meals where you can grab breakfast, lunch, and a lot of healthy options as well. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But going on to these roles, Alan, we do have some roles open in our deposit operations division. And one is a supervisor role. So from a standpoint of, this is a kind of a support center role. Really, both these positions, as you can kind of tell, the one is a little bit more, sole contributor type of role where you're not going to have supervisory duties. And it's a kind of a specialist role on there. But the supervisor and the specialist, they're going to support the new account staff. They're going to support the retail management team. This is deposit operations, a lot about customer service, but also kind of adhering to our bank's policies and procedures. And so kind of internal support for new account procedures and documentation.
Yeah, so far we've looked at 2 slides, and you see the scroll going across the bottom of the screen there. So if you're interested and you're looking maybe to jump into the financial world, there you go. You guys are a great organization. You've got, before we go to our next slide, really quick, you guys have got some great foundations that you guys build your business upon, don't you, Greg?
Very much so. Our purpose and values start with God first, family second, bank third. And we have a concept called Spend Life Wisely. And that's to inspire and empower individuals to spend life wisely. We have a Vision 2030 plan to elevate 10 million lives in the next 10 years. We created that in 2020. Again, that's a 10-year plan. It's very transformational. It is about, yes, being the bank we need to be for our customers and for our employee experience. But when you look at that, it's about changing lives. It's a conscious capitalism model. It's about going out there and making a difference in this world. And we're trying to do that through our Spend Life Wisely concept.
Love that concept. You guys do a lot of volunteer work in the community too, which is fantastic. Hey, let's go on and move on to our next slide here, Greg.
Standing. Yeah. So again, talking about right there, right? Again, and right there in Durant, Oklahoma, and our corporate headquarters. And again, another opportunity where we've got a supervisory manager level position in the loan collateral department, as well as a specialist. And again, that's kind of a level 1 specialist role on there. But the manager position, it's kind of responsible for overseeing those daily functions of the loan collateral management department. That's including kind of loan escrow process, property tax monitoring, hazard and flood insurance tracking. These are flood reviews, UCC and EFS processes. And, it's really that kind of loan documentation retention and paid note processing. And so we do have, again, a kind of a specialist level 1 position too in that department. So if you're not looking to be the leader of that department, or don't have experience in it, but just looking to get in the financial world and kind of start out on your track there, there's an opportunity there for you too.
And Durant's your home office, correct?
That's correct. We've been there since 1900, based in Durant.
You've been there for quite some time. That's good stuff. Let's move on to our next slide.
Awesome. Yeah, so these relationship bankers are such the heart and soul of our organization. These are the folks that if you'd walk into a location today, you'd be able to probably have contact with one of these individuals, and they can do a lot of different things. They're the customer service, the face of the bank as you walk into the bank on the retail side, and they can open your account, talk to you about getting you in the right hands to refinance your mortgage or get that new mortgage. They can talk to you about maybe some issues you're having on your account, or do something as simple as deposit your check for you. They really kind of the inside and out of the retail bank and help you on a daily basis with all those types of transactions. But then again, can really look at the future planning that you need as well and get you in the right hands to do other things. So we have positions open in Durant, Pottsboro, Sherman. We have a beautiful location in Sherman that we just built not too long ago, and that's open and live and running. I was out there a couple months ago, and we were doing an on-site career fair, and had you guys out on the radio station. So beautiful locations here. So these are great positions, and a lot of these positions with our growth are leading to other career paths. So if you looking to come in, learn the banking business, and want to go on and do other things, this is a great way to start out.
I was going to say, yeah, there is so much growth at First United Bank. You could start from whatever point and move your way on the way up. So that's good stuff. So Greg, how do we get started? I know we're rolling that scroll across the bottom, but how does one get started with First United Bank?
Well, that's a great question. So from a standpoint, definitely, our new career site just launched today. Check it out, firstunitedbank.com. At the bottom of it, it's going to say careers. If you hit that careers button, it's going to take you over to our Workday platform there. And you can really scroll through there and really find, if you listen to this today and said, well, gosh, none of those positions seem like they're me. You can go through that website, you can scroll through there and really find something that maybe calls to you. And from there, you can click on it and apply. Now, I'll tell you what, I can also, throw my email in the chat if that's acceptable to us here. And if someone wants to just reach out, my team, we cover the entire banking sector, from any of these positions we talked about today to commercial to retail, and I can get them in the right hands for a recruiter to talk to them.
Right. And so what kind of benefits are we talking about at First United Bank, Greg?
Yeah, definitely. From anything from, as we talk about those purpose and values, our 4 pillars are faith, financial well-being, health and wellness, and personal development. So something that I don't think is simple, but from a standpoint, all of those pillars come to life for us. So when we talk about, for example, personal development, it is a learning organization here. So not just about benefits today, but about walking down that career path, learning, growing, being able to take classes in our organizational development department, like crucial conversations, situational leadership, being able to grow your career. If you're a credit analyst, you may want to take RMA classes for cash flow analysis, but also we have health, dental, vision, life insurance. We also have an ESOP plan. We are an employee stock ownership program bank that matches with our 401k. As well as I talked about right there in Durant, we've got an on-site workout facility. We have a cafe right there in Durant where you can get meals on there. So a lot of different opportunities to take advantage of our full array of benefits and services.
What a fun place to work too, and a great career as well. And plus on your website, you have like over 140 jobs listed. So there is plenty of opportunity if anybody wants to get into the business, you guys have got it all covered A to Z there at First United Bank.
A lot of opportunity. I tell you what, I've seen it, and we're not stopping. We're continuing to grow. So come check us out. We'd love to have a conversation with you about your career path, and it could be a right opportunity for you here.
Hey, Greg, before we let you go, when someone applies, what kind of a turnaround are we talking? Maybe I know it kind of depends. I mean, it kind of ebbs and flows on that. But would somebody get a phone call back, maybe an email or something?
Definitely. I mean, from a standpoint, I've got a full team here ready to talk to them. We're ready to do on-site interviews on a weekly basis, and we have these open opportunities. We're ready to place the right person in it, so we're ready to get started.
Man, it has been so fantastic talking to you, Greg. Anything else you want to add about First United Bank before we go?
I tell you what, again, we're a family-held organization. The Massey family who owns this bank has been in this bank since the 1960s, and I love the culture here. I think that's what's kept me here almost 7 years. And so if you just want to learn a little bit more or have any questions, I'm always available. Like I said, I'll put my email in the chat, and we'll go from there.
Great. Thank you, Greg, so much for joining us today. And again, man, it's a Back to Work Wednesday presented by Texoma Medical Center. Greg, thank you and have a wonderful day. And I love that idea of the whole cafe in the building. I love that. I'm all about the food, Greg. Hey, yeah, First United Bank, spend life wisely. Greg, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Yeah, there you go. Hey, listen, Zach Grantham visited last week with Texoma Medical Center, of course, our sponsor. And they, talked about all the different opportunities there at Texoma Medical Center. So here's Zach Grantham.
Well, we are so excited to be talking about our presenting sponsor for this week for Back to Work Wednesdays. It's all presented by the fine folks over at Texoma Medical Center, and they happen to be our featured employer for this week as well. And thank you so much for joining us on this live stream today. We have Kaylin, who is with Texoma Medical Center. Kaylin, how are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am fantastic. And Kaylin, I make the drive on Highway 75 a lot, so I'm always seeing all the exciting things that's going on over there at Texoma Medical Center. But yeah, tell some of the folks that are watching right now, y'all got a lot of, y'all are expanding over there all the time, but you're wanting folks to come see you guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. So I am a recruiter here for Texoma Medical Center. We are a 414-bed acute care facility, and we have been here since 1965, serving North Texas and Southern Oklahoma. If you have been in the region long, I am new to the area, but from everyone that has been here for a long time, and just knowing the hospital system, it is continually growing, always construction. Definitely growing here, our main campus being in Denison, and then we have some behavioral health facilities, some emergency rooms, and some really great services that we're expanding across the area.
So, Kaylin, you got several positions that are available over at Texoma Medical Center, and we'll talk about a few of those over 200 positions you have available coming up in just a second. But you also wanted to talk about, and let me make sure I get this correct, Walk-in Wednesday and Fast Track Friday. What is that?
Yeah, so those are some really great recruitment events that we're gearing back up. We're so excited that due to so many people working in healthcare among our facility and others, those COVID numbers are going down, and we're able to kind of get people back in person on campus, of course, respecting all safety protocols. But we are excited to host people on campus the first and third Wednesday of the month from 9 to 2. We just have kind of an open door. Any area of service that you may be interested in, you can come into our facility, speak with a recruiter, and potentially interview that day with a hiring leader to get you in the door. Same with Fast Track Friday. That is kind of a specialty nursing event that we host, doing that every Friday in same kind of concept. So come in, there's a really quick nursing assessment that we provide. So we'll set you up to be able to complete that, and then get to go on the unit, meet with the director or the manager, sometimes both, and some of the staff that you could potentially be working with. And so very excited to host people on campus. So not only are they able to hear about the positions, they can see our beautiful beautiful facility. They can see the growth, and they can truly understand the wonderful opportunities we have here at TMC.
Now, Kaylin, I have to say the emergency room area is very beautiful. One
Thank
time I
you.
went in there because a car fell on my head. So,
oh gosh,
yeah, I know. There's no other way to say that.
Right.
But I'm all good. I'm all good. Mild
Good.
concussion. We're good to go now. But I just had to throw that in there just to get your reaction. But let's talk about some of the positions you have available. Now, obviously, we got a few minutes here, so we can't talk about the over 200 positions that you have available. You know, y'all are a big business and stuff. So it's just kind of one of those things to where we can't go through each and every one of them, but we can talk about a few here. Of course, you see the application link and where you can get all the information right there on the screen. But Kaylin, tell us a little bit about nursing and the respiratory areas.
Sure. So you probably know with post-COVID that respiratory is a huge area of growth within healthcare, but in that same light, it is a huge area for career opportunity. Our respiratory therapists are such a huge and vital role of healthcare pre-pandemic world, and even more so now. We are relying on those candidates and those employees to fulfill needs within the hospital. We have some really wonderful opportunities, a fantastic team there. And then, of course, with nursing too, nurses and healthcare professionals were the heart of the last year and a half or so supporting on campus. And so we're very excited to have some nursing opportunities available across the system in so many different specialty areas. And we have new RN rates as well. So we see the need, we see the opportunity, and we see that nurses really need to be compensated for the crazy amount of things that they do day to day in every service line. And so, you know, if you've considered a position with us in the past and you know, want to see what we have going on now, we have new, really amazing, really competitive rates that go along with that compensation package that really no one in the area is offering like TMC.
All right, so let's talk about a couple of more of the positions that you have available at Texoma Medical Center. Let's talk about the pharmacy and the laboratory area. And I imagine one of the bonuses of working in the laboratory over at TMC is you probably get one of those fancy white coats.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
You see lots of people and lots of white coats around here. Yes. So pharmacy and laboratory, another area of huge growth over the last year and a half, with plans to expand on those service lines in the future, as well as we continue construction here on campus. We have a great need and great opportunity for both pharmacy professionals and laboratory, technician level, all the way up to those professional levels. And we have amazing career ladders too. So if you are interested in growing your career within those service lines or any service line, we definitely have a pathway for that. Continuing education and advancement opportunities are a huge benefit at our facility.
And of course, you see on the screen right there, to apply or for more information about jobs and careers at Texoma Medical Center, you can see the link right there. I'm not even going to try to say that because then I'll jumbling it up and saying extra letters, and then I'll just get people. Yeah, but anyways, all this stuff is up on our radio station's websites as well. You can just click on the TMC logo. So we got Kaylin here with Texoma Medical Center. Of course, they're our presenting sponsor for Back to Work Wednesdays. And let's talk about some more jobs, Kaylin. Support services, food. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. Food/nutrition, and also environmental.
Yeah, of course. So, you know, these are our service areas. They are non-clinical, but they are the heart of the hospital. We can't operate without our food nutrition employees. We can't operate without environmental services. This is an amazing opportunity for anyone that's wanting to get their foot in the door and start a career in healthcare. So many stories of employees that have started within these roles and then moved on through nursing school or through technical programs. And we have really great, like I said, career and continuing education opportunities, including tuition reimbursement. So if you want to get your foot in the door, if you have healthcare in mind, this is a great place to start. These service lines, we're offering some sign-on and referral bonuses for the areas because we have a huge growth within these spaces. So we are building a new state-of-the-art cafeteria. So if you've been and visited and seen that smaller space, it's growing exponentially. And so we need the staff to support that and to support our patients. So really, really great ways to introduce yourself to TMC. And this upcoming Walk-in Wednesday that you can find more information about on our Facebook page or our website, we are highlighting these areas. Of course, seeing anybody that is interested in an opportunity, but really highlighting these areas as we grow them to open that new facility here this summer.
Now, Kaylin, if any one of our listeners want to get more information about any of the jobs that we talked about here, what is a good way for them to get connected up with Texoma Medical Center?
Of course. So you can reach out to us by our main phone line, ask to speak to a recruiter, and they'll patch you through for whichever position you're interested in. You can come in to Walk-in Wednesdays, Fast Track Fridays. Even if you're just considering a change or want to see the facility, we'd love to give you a quick tour, show you around. And of course, through our website as well. So you can look on there, go to our career page, and you can even sign up for job information. So if there's maybe not a position that quite is what you're looking for, you can sign up to get alerts when new positions are posted. But of course, I think we have a little something for everyone and some really great ways to get out here to take advantage of our competitive rates, our amazing benefits, and just be a part of the culture that we've created out here of excellence and putting our patients at the center of our entire mission.
Well, Kaylin, thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Well, there you go. Pretty exciting stuff. Learning all kinds of things from Texoma Medical Center. I'd like to thank them, also our presenting sponsor, and First United Bank. Now, you can always tell your friends to head over to our KLK Facebook page, Mad Rock Facebook page, and Katy Country Facebook page, as well as our YouTube channels. Tell your friends there are jobs galore in Texoma. Thank you again for joining us. We will see you next Wednesday, 1 p.m. Back to Work Wednesdays with our friends from Texoma Medical Center. Take care.